What's up, everybody? It's JP. Welcome to 2021. It's crazy, right? It's damn. All right, 2021 is here. Let's hope things get better. But with that said, it's a new start for a lot of people. I know new people got new goals, new missions, things they want to accomplish. So I figure I give you a list of top 5 books that you can start reading right now that will prepare you for an amazing, outstanding, record-breaking 2021. Let's go. Number 1, and this book will definitely get you hooked. I got some notes here that I put down, but man, it's over 2,000 reviews on Amazon. Like literally one of the solid ones that you will find that has 5 stars, and that is Finding Ultra by Rich Roll. Inspiring, and this is just perfect because it's January. A lot of you are going to start on that journey to health, to fitness, and if you read David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me, man, this is a book that's also going to teach you how you can push yourself beyond the limits. And I think that's just also gonna help in anything you do in life, period. So it's not just really about health and fitness, but I really think that once you put your mind into something, you become unstoppable. So Finding Ultra, I'm gonna change it up a bit. One of the things that I wanted to start doing in 2021 was sort of seek a spiritual side of me that I haven't in the longest time. You know, I sort of put faith aside for the longest. It wasn't until last year that I started sort of dabbling back into it. And this is a great book because it doesn't just specify one thing, but it's more about just having that space, that faith, and having that spiritual connection. And this book is called The Garden, and it's by John Gordon. In fact, I'm becoming a big fan of a lot of his book. He also has one, The Energy Bus, which is great for kids, definitely highly suggested. The Bean, I mean, it's just, this guy, The Relationship Grit, which is actually on the list as well. But this is a great book overall, especially if you deal with anxiety, if you get distracted easily, if you doubt yourself a lot. It's a quick read. It's a small book, as you guys can't see, but highly suggested. The Garden, definitely check it out. I mean, if you can get his whole sets, it's great. You'll probably knock this out in less than an hour, to be honest with you, but so many golden nuggets, and definitely just, it's a great read that's outside of business and all that other stuff, and just sort of really connects you on a whole different level. So The Garden, definitely another one I recommend. Really, for anybody that's looking to just build a better relationship with their significant other, spouses, girlfriends, whatever it is that you have in 2021, Relationship Grit by also John Gordon and his wife Catherine Gordon. Great book. I mean, man, this was suggested to me by a good friend of mine, and to be honest with you, I read it in one day. It was a couple hours. I finished it all, and I had to pick it up the next day and pick it up, and then the following day I started like doing worksheets on myself and trying to see where my relationship's at with my wife, how can I better myself, and applying all the stuff that it says here. And it makes so much sense because in order for you to grow, whether it just be personal or in a marriage, or if you just want to scale up your business or anything in regards to that, your foundation at home, your relationship with your partner is very important. And if your communication, your 4 C's are not like aligned the way they should be, you're gonna end up having so many issues. So it's important to look upon yourself and figure out how you can be that better person and how you can make that relationship stronger. And Relationship Grit, definitely a good one. All right, now this one's a banger. And look, I have read this book so many times. In fact, I just introduced it to my son, and we were listening to it on, what's it called? The online version of it, Audible. And I mean, he was even stoked about it. This is just a book that if you read over and over again, it's just like Think and Grow Rich. It's not a book that you read once, just throw it on the back of your bookshelf or whatever. This is a book that you just restudy and restudy, because every point in your life, I feel that you're always gonna have to so much stuff that relates to this book, and you're gonna catch yourself seeing that, and you're gonna be able to make those adjustments and pivot. And so I always do, and in fact, every January I always go back to this book because I feel like, where am I failing? Where am I doing something something wrong. And this is, of course, Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. I mean, man, I hope the camera's getting it zoomed there. Bam, look at that. Man, this right here is a banger. This book right here. And for you guys that know Napoleon Hill or don't know who Napoleon Hill is, he's written a great book, Think and Grow Rich, top seller. I mean, if you don't even have that, that should definitely be in your bookshelf. But this is a great book. Read it. If you're one person that you know is having trouble just figuring out your life, or just very always negative, or you're not taking action on a lot of things, and you're just really starting to question whether what's your true purpose of being here, and how do you start looking for those answers, read this book. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. You're gonna read this and you're gonna be a whole different person, at least on the path to that. So definitely go get it. Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill. Now the last one. And by the way, guys, these books, you should be able to read them all in January. So I think every first of the month or around the first of the month, I'm gonna put out 5 books. I'm actually doing this new thing where I'm reading a different book every day, 7 days out of the week. So I might show you guys my stack, but I mean, it's just, and some of them, I like, for example, this book is in that stack. And this is just one of those books that, man, I mean, it was suggested to me by a good friend of mine, The Way of the Superior Man. If you look it up, tremendous reviews. If you're a gentleman, a man, you know, you want to be that better father, you want to be that better husband. Women, if you want to understand better your husband, maybe see why he acts in certain ways, or maybe why there's certain disconnects in certain topics or subjects or stuff like that. Get this book, read it, because this is like, you will learn so much, and as a man you're gonna understand so much more, especially if you had like tough upbringings, or if you didn't understand why certain things happened while you were growing up, and how do you become that superior man, gentleman, alpha male, true class act, husband, father, example, leader, CEO. The Way of the Superior Man. This is a great book. I was in a total of, I think, 5 book clubs, like business book clubs last year, that all read this one. And every time that somebody spoke in regards to a chapter or a section that we covered, it was powerful. I'm talking about powerful. This will bring out so much out of you that you did not know you had in you, or maybe why you act a certain way as a man, maybe the certain actions you take, the way that you process things. How did that happen? How did that come about? I'm telling you right now, this book, it's look, in those 4 book clubs, every time that somebody spoke, I'm telling you, man, it's like we had dudes crying, we had dudes opening up in ways they never opened up. I'm talking about top entrepreneurs. On one of them, everybody in that book club made 8 figures with the exception of me. And I was just in there because I had read the book so much, and one of my buddies, who is one of those top earners, is the one that suggested and said, hey, we're gonna bring JP in here. He's read this so much, let's get his perspective. And man, it was powerful. I'm talking about grown ass men tearing up, because this will bring out some things out of you that you had no idea, and that maybe that's the reason why that's stopping you from creating amazing breakthroughs, or being the way you are, or, you know, just not having that relationship that you want, or not being that great father that you want to be. So amazing book, The Way of the Superior Man. Here you go, get it. I mean, this is like, even Tony Robbins praised on this, man. So great book, man. So here we go, guys. Here you have them, The Way of the Superior Man, Outwitting the Devil, Relationship Grit, The Garden, and finally, Finding Ultra. So guys, this is just something to sort of catapult you, help you, scale you out. I'm a big believer that we don't know everything. There's no such thing as you grow knowing everything. And there's a great saying out there from a very successful person that said that he didn't even get into reading when he was into his 60s, and it's the one thing he regrets so much, because he could now see the potential that he would have achieved if he did it sooner. So it's not about being selfish. It's not about I know it all, or I don't need to do that. No, it's actually take the time to invest in yourself, knowledge, and recreate yourself to become better and be an example. Have a good one. On to the next one.